Why aren't more people talking about the bill to stop private equity from hoarding all the single-family homes? Private equity buying up all these houses is the symptom, not the disease. The disease is overly restrictive zoning laws that create artificial scarcity of housing that drives up prices, benefiting entities, both people and businesses that already own housing, to the detriment of people who do not yet own their own residence. This bill is just playing whack-a-mole with trying to keep prices down without addressing the fundamental cause. Even if this passes, other groups will try to game the system to their advantage because the zoning regulations allow them to do so. 3 possibilities in mind. 1. There's something about it that is still flawed and won't work perfectly. Seems pessimistic, but so many laws have ridiculous loopholes that I'm willing to bet this one would too. 2. No one has faith that it will actually pass because politicians get paid to argue. No use actually coming to a consensus. 3. People would rather complain than celebrate when complaints are actually addressed. A. They do not know such a bill even exists. B. They don't believe such a bill existing is any guarantee that said bill will pass, as our Congress is captured by special interests. Or C. Some combination of A and B stacked on top of the fact that most people are busy simply trying to keep their heads above water and don't have the time or bandwidth to follow what bills may or may not pass in our DC swamp. I don't know. This is 5 issues in the US right now. Israel, drug addiction, homelessness, housing, private equity. I don't know what the other issues are right now. Definitely not all the gender shit everyone's been talking about for 3 years. I just think putting massive taxes on properties you own over your main residence is a way to go, and the more properties you own, the more and more taxes you pay, up to the point where if you own, say, 4 properties, you're paying 100 tax. Everybody, and I mean literally everybody I know, is complaining about housing prices, yet nobody I've asked was even aware that this bill existed. This seems like it would be a pretty big step towards making housing affordable in the US. It's a Democrat bill and House is Republican, so it won't pass. Also, I think people really overestimate the impact of private equity owning homes. The bill might help a bit, but it's not going to significantly decrease housing costs. Not to really be all conspiracy, but PE owns a stake in the media, mainstream or otherwise, and they don't want bills like this to get the level of hype where people are calling their congressman, so yeah, there will always be a loophole. Even without bribing Senate Congress to completely stop it, they are all morons. Wall Street or private equity billionaires are smarter and will find a way to bypass it, because there is absolutely zero chance that any bill that does what is in the title passes. It will be public enemy 1 to the companies hoarding homes, and they have the money to pay what they need to. As much as I wish it would pass, it won't. The US government has become a plutocracy, and the two-party system has become opposition for the sake of opposition, regardless of the merits of the law, probably because very few even know about it. Fox News and CNN certainly aren't going to be talking about it. They want as few people to know as possible. Otherwise it will be widely supported, for the same reason that they aren't talking about the ongoing war between Lina Khan and your corporate overlords. Most people don't know about it, and major news corps want it to stay that way, because it's not a real problem. Only about 1.6% of houses are owned by private equity. Changing this will have no impact on housing affordability, because it's stupid. Private equity owns a minuscule amount of the houses and are going to lose money on it when the next real estate crash happens, because if it passes a fart's chance in a hurricane, there will be so many exceptions and carve-outs that the bill will be toothless, because nothing can stop the rising costs of living. You can daydream all you want, but no one has time to invest in a placebo, probably because politicians are complicit. Just take one look at how and who their campaigns are financed by, because the gen pop are too stupid to understand how they will be screwed and cannot grasp complex issues, because it doesn't actually matter that much. Because it's just whack-a-mole around a core supply problem. You're probably not looking in the right places. This question and related issues are all over my feeds, because it will have absolutely no effect on house prices. It's just virtue signaling, because it actually matters. People would rather get bent out of shape about fake shit. It's not going to happen. That's why politicians showboating a dead on arrival vote. It's mainstream media worried more about polls on an election that's 11 months away. It would be such a minimal step and unlikely to pass under our current legislature. The bigger question is, why aren't Trump or Biden talking about issues like this? The Repubs oppose it so they can pin Biden with creating more homeless people. Huh? I checked and can't find the bill you're talking about. I'm a bit preoccupied with the genocide my government is supporting. It was Republicans who let them into the market. Follow the money. Housing is expensive because we don't build enough. End of story. Why aren't more people talking about a bill banning bread? XD. Put simply, Nobody wants to pay enough bahts to promote it.